everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Unfiltered. Today we are live from my couch because I don't know, I just didn't feel like sitting behind the table. And also, I want to record in different places in my house. I don't know why. I just got that inkling. I think it's also because I don't have my backdrop up. But, anyways, that's besides the point. Today's topic is why hurt people hurt people. Today I'm drinking tea because I'm gonna be spilling the tea on myself. Um, I've been on both ends of this. I mean, I feel like some people will probably try to deny that I haven't been on the, let's see, a hurt person hurting me side of it. But I did hurt someone before because I was hurt. But this was like forever ago. So therefore, if somebody's trying to like guess the time frame or think I did something recently, if this happened post 2021 where somebody think I did something because I was hurt, you're wrong. I feel like there's a bunch of different reasons why I hurt people hurt people. I just came up with 3 key reasons. It's probably more as I talk, but a few key reasons on why people hurt people. The first reason, it's sad to say, and in my opinion is definitely malicious, is that hurt people because they were hurt. So let's get into that. Some people feel like, well, this has happened to me, so I feel like I am allowed to treat somebody the same way I was treated, or if I had to go through it, you have to go through it too. And the reason why I say this is malicious, because even though you were hurt, if you know someone did something to you that hurt you or made you feel some type of way, why in God's name would you want to put that pain onto somebody else? It's like you definitely know what you're doing. And for the people that sit there and say, like, you know, you're probably in a relationship with someone, or it could be a friendship where someone did something to you that hurt you. And it's not one of those things where it's like, I went out my way for you and you didn't go out your way for me. That's not something that I'm talking about, because it's like, yeah, that could have made you feel some type of way, but you're doing it because you're like, I'm not about to overextend myself. But if someone talked to you in a certain manner or disrespected you, and you're sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm gonna disrespect you too because you disrespected me, when it comes to a separate occasion or whatever the case may be, at that point, you're being malicious, petty, and bitter. And I said exactly what I said. And the reason why it's bitter is because you're doing this with the intent to make them feel some type of way. And you want them to feel the same exact pain you felt. And I feel like if it gets to that point where it's that bad, where you're like, no, you need to feel what I felt, maybe you should just not talk to them anymore. You know, like maybe you shouldn't even deal with them anymore. Because why would you want to be in a relationship where you're trying to wait for your turn to jab them or do something malicious to them? Like, I don't like relationships like that, and I don't understand why y'all would want to do that. Why would you want to be in a relationship like that where you're kind of watching your back, or you feel like, oh, the first chance they get, they're going to stab me in the back, or they're going to do something to hurt me? Like, all right, then it's probably best that you leave that relationship. But I feel like that's enough on that. Like, you know you bitter, you know you being petty. I don't care how you try to slice it or dice it, whatever. And not even that. It doesn't even have to be in your relationships, but it's the fact that somebody hurt you and you're like, now you got to go through what I went through, or, you know, you should feel this pain as well. You don't get where I'm coming from, so you need to feel it. Like, just walk all of that, okay? And then we got the biggest thing, the reason why I hurt people. And this is what it really all comes down to in the end. It's literally because they did not heal. To sum up every single reason in the book, it's because they didn't heal. Now, there's 2 type of people in this situation. There's the ones who feel like they've healed, and there's the ones who just don't want to heal at all. So to touch on the people who didn't heal at all, this is actually one of the comments that I got where someone said, like, people, instead of healing, they just jump into situations. And yes, like that was one of the main reasons why I picked this topic, because a lot of people, instead of sitting there taking their time out for themselves, getting themselves together, they just jump into these situationships or jump into a new relationship. And when they haven't healed, a lot of the times they're jumping into these relationships and trying to make the other person jealous, or just trying to do something to flex or whatever you want to call it. And I'm not going to act innocent on this. I feel like that this is something that crossed my mind beforehand. Like, not that I wanted to jump into a relationship, but I'm like, you know what? If I find that person, I'm just gonna sit there and be like, screw the other person. I might as well just go ahead, carry on my life. And if I want to post them, I'm gonna post them, yada yada yada. Obviously, this is a premature thought that I had when I was younger. Just like, you kind of want to make the person jealous or whatever. But I feel like a lot of people do this, and even though they're thinking they're acting strictly out of, I moved on, and yeah, I want to make this person feel what they did to me and stuff like that. And honestly, I wouldn't call this a malicious thing, because I think that a lot of people do this just trying to prove that they are okay. I don't think that they necessarily do this all the time to be like hurt. Like, I want you to hurt. I want you to ache as much as I did, but I want you to know that you didn't damage me. And that's an okay thought to have. Like, I understand why people want to feel that way, because you want to just show, like, you ain't damaged me, boo. I can move on. And that's a good mindset to have. But you don't want to do it so fast to where you fake move on, which is something we'll talk about in a little bit. But people sit here and they want to show how much they're okay, or want to show how much they've changed, how much their mindset changed, how much they acknowledge how much you hurt them, and how much you acknowledge how much that person has hurt you. So like, these could be the posters. I already did a video on like that whole posting thing. People will post, people will sit there and talk to other people. And here's a huge tip for a lot of people. If you are bringing up your ex, and or like people that you dealt with in the past, and you're constantly talking about, oh yeah, they messed up, oh they did this, oh they did that, and I'm this, I'm that, or you're talking about one person like they don't know what they missing, blah blah blah. I ain't saying that some of y'all who talk like that are over it, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of y'all that's talking about it, y'all not over it. And that'd be a red flag to a lot of people, including me. And these don't even be people that I talk to, but people that, I'm just giving up too much tape, but whatever. People that want to talk to me and we're cool, and you do stuff like this, just know, like, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, I know some people try to sit there and try to show how much they've healed or they're okay from the situation, but a lot of times you're not. You still feel that type of hurt, that type of damage that they did to you. Even if they used you, like, that's something to feel hurt from, and that's something that you have to heal from. Because if you don't heal from that, now you're thinking that everybody's going to use you, everybody's going to take advantage of you, or someone that has hurt you. If you don't heal, you're going to think that everybody in the world is basically out to get you. And that don't even be the case. You got to sit down and heal, bud. And the reason why I say that sometimes people hurt people and they don't realize they haven't healed yet is because, well, they didn't realize they didn't heal. For example, take me a quick little story time. A while ago, I broke up with my ex or whatever, and I decided to talk to someone else, because I was like, you know what, I've been dealing with this for so long. I'm finally out this relationship. This person hurt me, and I feel like I'm cool. Like, I could definitely move on. Y'all, when I say it was like a blind thing for me, I thought I was taking time to myself because I was away from my ex for so long. I didn't heal. I sat there and I thought I liked this person, and I know it's kind of like harsh to say, but for real, I really thought I liked this person. I thought I was over the top for this person, and I was just so happy. I think it was because it was that everything that I wanted, everything that I wanted at the moment. Maybe it was some sort of comfort. It was like honestly like a love bombing situation, but I'm not going to blame that other person because they didn't know what was going on exactly in my situation. And from what I know, they really did like me. They really did care about me. They really did want to be around me. They really enjoyed taking me out. Like everything was genuine. It wasn't like they were trying to do it to make me like them, if that makes sense. Like I feel like certain things did happen. But anyways, that's again besides the point. Um it almost felt like a love bombing situation, and the only reason why is because I wasn't level headed. Like we have to realize that when people hurt us, sometimes we lose that part of ourselves, or we're just not completely sane. And I'm not saying that you have to go crazy. So don't think that I'm saying like go crazy. I'm saying that we're just not thinking things through. We're just trying to figure out what we have to do to get over this situation, or when we get into something and we feel like, oh, that's okay, this makes me feel comforted, the pain is kind of leaning off of me, that means that this is a good situation for me, or maybe this is where I'm meant to be. Like, y'all, when I say that I really thought that this was my next relationship, I thought it was, because I just felt like, oh my gosh, like I really like this person. I really enjoyed hanging out with this person and all that. And then it wasn't until I really sat there and I was like, yo, I do not like this person. Like I do not like them the way I thought I did. I am literally just going head over heels because my feelings were just all over the place. Like I was still in love. Well, no, I still had love for my ex. And then on top of that, I was just like not taking the time for myself to realize that I do have to heal from a situation that I was just going through. And I literally kind of jumped into another situation, and it got serious really fast. So it was like, it wasn't even like, oh yeah, we're friends for a while and something like that. Like, no, girl, boy, whoever watching this, I don't even know. I wasn't level headed. So just make sure that you're level headed in these situations. I'm literally having a conversation with you as me sitting on a couch that's having me make it feel like I'm talking to one of my girlfriends or something like that. Make it feel like y'all in a circle with me and we just talking. But sometimes we just jump into these situations and we don't even realize like we didn't take that time out for ourselves that we needed to. You can't always think that people are doing these things on purpose, because sometimes they'll feel okay and they feel like I don't need to do any healing. And those are a different type of people who hurt people. The ones that feel like they don't need to heal, it always comes out in different ways. So I had a person that literally told me I don't need to heal from that specific person. That person didn't get to me the way they might have felt like they got to me. Like some people think that it's just about healing when someone messes up your heart. No, it can be trauma. Trauma is something to heal from. And this is kind of different from those people that have to heal from people who like screw them over. I mean, like people who've been in situations where people use them and they didn't even see it. Like there's some people that literally be in situations where they are used, but they kind of know that they're used. And I'm not saying that's right. And I hope that if you are in that situation, definitely get out of there, because there's nothing good that comes out of that. But some people are being used and didn't even realize it, or they feel like certain people come into their lives and are genuine, but they're really not even being genuine. So they sit there, let those people in their lives, They're probably taking care of those people, or they probably are around those people every day, and they sit there and start to see the real personality of these people come out and see people's true colors, because one thing that they're going to do is show their true colors and believe them when they do. And they feel like, this isn't that big of a deal. This person did this to me and I got them out my life as fast as I could. People have energies. People have things that they say to you. People do things intentionally to hurt you, especially if you're kicking them out of your life and they know that you're kicking them out their life because they're bad for you. Like, people wish things on you. Like, I believe in all of that stuff. Maybe I'm getting too deep in it, but I'm serious. Like, those things that happen to you, even though that you're getting rid of those people out your life, but if you have to deal with them for whatever reason you have to deal with them, or they were around you for a long period of time where they sat there and used you, took advantage of you, and did all those things that they did to you, especially because you thought that they were coming in your life and being genuine, or you thought that they were someone that you wanted in your life at a point in time, and you gave so much of your energy to them, you definitely need to heal from that situation. Because the thing is, sometimes we get so mad at ourselves and we beat ourselves up for sitting there taking that person in or taking care of that person. And even though we did those things we needed to do to get them away from us, but we are still dealing with the, dang, you really did that to me. Or dang, I really just got put through all of that. And it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your personality. And sometimes you project those things onto other people and you don't even realize it. That's why it's so important to heal. Biggest tell of you needing to heal is when you no longer feel like yourself, or you feel like, you enter the depressed phase where you're like, okay, I'm making all the right decisions in my life and doing all the right things that I need to do in my life, but why do I still feel this way? It can be because of the situation that you were previously put in. And believe it or not, I know to some people, you're like, duh. No, some people really don't understand that they have to heal from the trauma and the things that have happened around them, or the situations they once were in. And a lot of times, these situations that we are in, so many consequences occur. And it's hard to piece together why certain things are happening. The ones that love you, the ones that care for you, are sitting there saying you acting different, or you being a little different, or you're talking a certain type of way, or you just kind of don't seem like yourself. I feel like that's something that you should take in and maybe say, like, dang, like, what kind of caused me to act like this? And it's corny to say, but the first thing to do, it's like the first step is definitely acceptance. You have to accept that something has happened to you, traumatic. You've been in a situation that changed you, and now you just got to figure out a way, okay, what can I do to move forward? What can I do that'll help me get along? Because the thing is, if you don't acknowledge that you do need to go through that healing process, or don't start taking those steps towards that healing process, and I have a lot of videos like talking about healing, what to do, what you can do during this process. If you don't talk about that, you're honestly going to hurt the people that you love. And I say that because even when you hurt those people that you love, they might not say it, but they do know where the hurt is coming from, or where the treatment is coming from. They do know what that underlying thing is. But at the same time, they can't force you to climb over the bridge. They can't force you to work towards whatever you need to work towards, or do certain things in your life to make you feel better or do better or help you get along. They can offer as much advice as possible. If you don't take it, or you constantly stay in that mindset, or you constantly say, like, no, this person did A, B, and C to me, and I'm about to sit here in this funk. If you want to sit there in it, I hate to say it because that's kind of harsh, because you're hurt, but that's on you. You gotta go through the healing process. And this is to each its own, because like the trauma is different from going through, okay, somebody was using you and you knew it. Like that's different. Or you were getting used and you didn't know, or you were cheated in a relationship. Like all these things have different healing processes. You just have to figure out what is going to work for you. Some people may feel like, okay, they were cheated on. Maybe the way they start to heal or get better is like, okay, let me be around my girlfriends more. Let me go out a little more. Not doing nothing crazy. Not talking about doing nothing crazy. I'm just talking about going outside just a little bit. Maybe go out to eat a little more than you usually do. Something like that. Or, if it's a traumatic thing, maybe you got to go to therapy. Like, I'm not saying cheating can't be traumatic, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. There's a different process, a healing process for each thing. But if you don't take care of that, then you're going to be the person that hurts someone. When that situation happened to me and I hurt that person, I felt terrible about it. I really did. Because I was just like, dang, like I really thought I felt this way, but I really didn't. And once I realized, y'all, right away, once I realized that I did not feel for that person the way I thought I did, I let them know right away before it could turn into a relationship or anything else like that. Like I was straight up about it because I felt like it was important to tell them. And I'm like, I don't want to hurt you. For real, for real. I mean, even though it kind of happened. But I'm saying we could have gotten into a relationship and I could have broke up with you because I realized that this wasn't it. We could have been doing all types of stuff and posting each other. And, I can't even get into all that. But anyhow, if you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. But, yeah, like, you just got to really sit there before you create more damage. Or if your mindset is not together, like maybe you got to take a step back from a person. And even if you're not okay, saying you're okay is one thing. But if you choose to be around certain people, you also have to realize like you're not in the best state of mind. So maybe you got to be a little cautious with the way you talk to people. And I know this is getting a little personal, but whatever. Maybe you got to realize the way you talk to people, the way you treat people is important. Maybe you got to see like, I'm only acting this way because of things that's going on in my life or because of the things that I did not heal from. Maybe you got to stay in. And if you can't stay in, for whatever reason you can't stay in, treat people accordingly, especially if you know the people are in your life taking care of you, love you, especially when you got to be around your family and you can't help it. But like some people who live with their family members got to see their family members every day. Like you may know that you're going through it, but you know your family did not do anything to you. They love you. They care about you. They're taking care of you. You have to know like, I really got to sit here and watch the way I treat my family. Watch the way I talk to my family. Because I'm hurting people that didn't even do this to me. The whole hurt people thing, that is true. But there are some hurt people that can go and heal so that way they don't hurt other people. And I really feel like I'm going to close out on that because that just puts it all together. Go get some healing, everybody. That was that for this video, guys. Make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. And also, there will be a giveaway at 175 subscribers. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your mom, uncle, and cousin to subscribe to Keeping It Unfiltered podcast. I am trying my hardest to get this whole blog thing together. I've been really, really, really busy, like extremely busy. And I'll be talking about those things later on down the line. And so y'all know what's been going on with me. But yeah. See you next Thursday.